All right, guys. Hey, y'all. Hey, let me turn this around. Y'all doing okay? So, guess what? I'm actually gonna have to step outside for a second. I literally just finished recording a whole video for you guys, but um, it was blocked by YouTube because the content when I was inside, the music was playing, and I guess it gave it ended up capturing more of the music and got into some copyright issues. But I still wanted to come back on and just have a quick conversation with y'all. I'm trying to get in the light so y'all can see me. But the video that I just did, it was talking about sacrifices. And as you can see, it's nighttime now, and it's not going to be as detailed as what I just gave. I'm going to make this very short. But I was talking about, for those of you that follow my channel, you know my channel is about marriage, divorce, relationships, dating, and things of that sort now. And what I was talking about was the sacrifices that have to be made. And so tonight, it is probably, when I did the first video, it was like 1 o'clock. It's probably closer to 2 o'clock now in the morning. And I am downstairs and I'm working on an assignment. And I'm doing that because I know that I have some assignments that are due by Sunday at 11:59. And if I don't make time while I am in transition for this conference that I'm at right now, if I don't make the sacrifices, I am not going to complete the assignments that are due. And one of the things that I was saying is we have to make sacrifices in whatever it is that we're doing, whatever relationship that you're in. It doesn't matter whether it's husband, wife, whether it's children, whether it's parenting, if it's girlfriends, guy friends, like whatever you want to receive if you want to benefit from it, you're going to have to make sacrifices with it. And so I was talking about the fact that, getting up and coming downstairs and reading and writing at this time of night, I really wanted to go upstairs and take a shower and go to bed. I'm physically exhausted. Like I was literally sitting in the conference today and almost falling asleep. But the sacrifices that we make in order to reach the benefit of what it is that we're working towards. And so when we think about relationships and we think about marriage, it is not easy. It is not something that you are going to be able to just walk into and it's a breeze. And I know a lot of these people that are out here, they're building content and they're making it seem like, the wealth is there and that is so easy and it's just beautiful. Oh, we just a blessed little couple. Yes, we are. Yes, that is all true. I want to make sure that you know that. But my channel is very practical as well. So if you have been following me, you know that my channel is from a spiritual component, but it's a very practical spiritual component. It's real. it's not fake. And so I'm saying that to you all to say that the sacrifices that I'm making to be down here writing, reading tonight is going to benefit me in a year and a half when I walk across that stage. So do I see the benefit of it now? No. But I have to keep my eye on the prize. I have to keep my eye on the bigger picture and knowing that the sacrifices that I'm making now are going to eventually benefit me later. Well, you have to look at relationships the same way. You have to know that the sacrifices that you make, and you have to have communication. Remember, my channel is for those that are typically going to be remarrying. This is not going to be a channel for those that are getting married for the first time. And so if you did it wrong the first time, you have to look at what components were wrong the first time, that if I want to do it again, I'm going to make sure that I do something to guard those things that I did not do the first time, or the things that sometimes we did do that we should not have done. So, and it doesn't mean that you can't have a successful second marriage. Like I hear a lot of people talk, and I'll be honest, I know several people where it's like they were just married to the wrong person the first go round, and sometimes it, like in my situation, you married to the wrong person the second go round. So if I decide to marry again, it will be my third marriage. And so what I have to also look at is what things did I do that I could have done differently or I could have done better. And also, even if it wasn't your fault, or like my first marriage, as I shared with you guys, that really wasn't a marriage where there was an issue. I just think we were young and we needed some guidance. And if we had gotten that guidance, to be honest, I think that when he and I talk about it, if he had had a strong mentor in his life, we probably would still be married. There was really not a loss of love between the two of us. It was just his growth pattern and just some things that he just didn't know to do. Like, we joke about it now, you big dummy. So, and I'm saying that in a jokingly way. Like, if he saw this video, he'd laugh too. So, but my second marriage, it was definitely nothing else that I could have done in that relationship. It was nothing I could have done to prevent him from doing what he did. That was just his loss. And it was honestly just my bad decision of choosing to marry him when I saw the red flags prior to us getting married. But sometimes once you get that ball rolling and you put it out there that you get married, said something about the engagement, you just keep following through with it instead of you saying, hey, this is not working. I think this train is going to crash eventually. But going back to my main component is that sometimes you have to make sacrifices. And when you make those sacrifices and you do it with the right heart, you do it with the right intentions, you make sure that you're doing it unto the Lord. So ladies, when we talk about submission, men, when the word tells you to love your wives as Christ loved the church, ladies, assuring that you make the sacrifices to respect him in the household, I guarantee you that eventually it works out. It comes to a head because God's word is always going to come full circle. And so just remember that we all have to make sacrifices. There are things that we all are making sacrifices about that we may not want to do, but it's for the benefit or the best for the whole of the team that we're trying to build. And so since my first video, I'm not going to even go into some of the other things that I talked about on that one, but I just want to say that you guys, it's not always pretty when you're making the sacrifices. Tonight I would much rather be upstairs in the bed, and it's going to be a short night because by the time I actually do climb in the bed, it might be close to 3 o'clock, and I got to get back up around 5, no later than 6 maybe. So you're talking about maybe a good 3 hours of sleep. But the sacrifice is going to be sweet next year when I walk across that stage. And even not to push it out to next year, I have to look at the short-term goal. The sacrifice is going to be sweet when I get my grades in May and they show the level of sacrifice that I made. If you've ever been in a master's program, you can't make a C in a master's program. You can make a C in a class, but you can, well, no, I don't think you can. I think every class has to be a B or higher. So yeah, that component is really important. So it doesn't mean that we're the smartest people in the world. It just means that a lot of people are making sacrifices, and tonight is one of those. So just remember, as you go forth to date and you go forth to vet people for marriage, that you have to look at what sacrifices that you're willing to make in order to assure that that person is pleased with you and you're pleased with that person. So if you don't do anything else, I did a cute little thing on the previous video. I was like, click like, click like, click like. So I want you guys to click like. Do it right now. Like, click it right now. And then I want you to share this with a friend. And if you don't mind, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Have a good night.